Hi and welcome back to another car vlog and happy Monday. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I know I did. It was busy, but it was wonderful nonetheless. So I am, as you can see, out here in this rain. I don't know if you can see it and or hear it, but it is raining. It was just kind of drizzling when I first came out the house. Then, of course, I had to sit in my car a few minutes to do a couple of things before I pulled off. But it is good and pouring down rain right about now. But anywho, so y'all, my night, let me just say my Sunday, well, my whole weekend was awesome. But last night, my teammate and I, we met at the gym because he said, hey, look, do you mind if we get in at 10? You know, because he had to be at work at 6 this morning because he's a school teacher. So I said, sure, why not? And so I ended up, I ain't gonna lie, I ended up getting there at about 10 minutes after 6 because I wanted to make sure I took time to work on my knees, y'all, because you know I have arthritis in my knees, but this right one, Jesus Christ, it gives me a fit, especially when I have to go and squat. And so right now I'm using BioFreeze. My dad has this cream that I tried that it was really good, really good. So I need to make sure I get that from him today. I'm on my way to my sister's real quick, and then I'm grabbing me some breakfast and get back home, get back to work. But find out what that cream is because it was really good. And so I put the BioFreeze on, and I put it in and massage it in real good on the front of the knee and even behind the knee. Of course, you have to let it dry before you put your pants on. And so I did that, and then I got dressed. Well, yeah, I got dressed because I already had my shirt on, and I was out the door, got to the gym, realized I left my money at home. I grabbed my driver's license, but I forgot to take some money with me. I was like, damn. So because I didn't see Jerry's car in the parking lot, I knew he wasn't there. He didn't get there until after 10:30. So I texted him. I said, hey, look, when you get here, I'm gonna need you to look out for a sister and get me a drink, which I forgot to throw the bottle away because y'all know this is what I drink when I'm at the gym. It's called Body Armor. This is orange mango. It's a super drink. I think I showed you guys this before, but I really do like this. It has a great taste because some of these drinks have a really nasty aftertaste, but this one is really good. And so he bought me this and a blueberry muffin protein bar. Now, the sound of that, you'd be like, ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't that great. It's not something I would necessarily want to eat on a daily basis. Let me just say that. But you know what? It did the trick because after I got to the gym, for some reason, my stomach started growling a little bit. But anywho, got my workout in, and so I decided that today I was not going to continue to not squat just because I can't squat in the bucket without my knees killing me. And to be honest with you, if I tried to squat in the bucket without doing box squats, then I would probably not be able to get up from that squat because I wouldn't have enough power in my knee to get up from the squat. So I'm not even going to try my hand at that one until I get another series of gel shots. And like I told you guys, I want to wait until January because then that'll put me in my 3rd year from the last time I had to get my shots. And that's the first time I got my shots. It lasted 3 years and a couple of months. So I'm trying to go for 3 years. But if it gets too bad, then I will just go ahead and just do it before the year's out. Right now, you know, I'm doing good and I'm all right. So anywho, I started out with 135 for 10, and then I went up, I think it was 145 for 8, 155 for 6, 185 for 4, and I know I finished off with 205 for, it was only supposed to be for 2, that was my overload set, but it was, I felt good, so I went on and pushed the envelope and did 4. I probably could have did one more, but you know, I don't want to overdo it. So I did my overload set with 215. So I think what I'm going to do is next Monday, I will just do the same program, only add 5 pounds to it. And then that way I'm not, you know, overtaxing myself because that's what I don't want to do. So other than that, I did good. I started out on the leg press with 335 for, I only did 8 reps on the leg press. I did 335 for 8. And then I did 4 something for 8, and then I ended with 515 for 8. I didn't push the envelope and go past 515 today. Who knows, maybe next week I'll be able to do a little bit more, but I'm just not going to overdo it. So all in all, the workout went great, and because once I took my knee sleeves off, good God, y'all, my knee was throbbing. So I said, you know what, the heck with it. I'm not going to fool with the cardio. I'll catch that on Wednesday. But other than that, like I said, excuse me, it was good. My teammate Jerry was there, being his usual nutty self. You know, he can't help that. So if you follow me on Facebook and or Instagram, well, I can upload the video to Instagram. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll see the video with him dancing in it, looking like a nut job. But you can't tell him he can't dance, child. But anywho, anyhow, so let's jump into today's topic of conversation. So today's car conversation is, hold on one second, you guys, because I'm driving. I have to glance real quick. You have to forgive in order to move forward and be blessed. So today I want to talk about forgiving people so that you can move forward and be blessed. I was reading something over the weekend, and I forgot, I don't know where it was that I saw it, but anyway, the individual was, I think it was a guy, he was talking about how somebody had done him wrong, and he had decided that he wasn't going to forgive that person. But he realized that as long as he walked around harboring whatever that was, ill will towards the person for whatever it was that they did, he realized that God just was not going to bless him. And so he woke up one day and said, you know what, I need to forgive that person, because if I don't, I'm not going to get what I need. And I don't know where that revelation came from for him. I don't know if it maybe was a sermon that he heard, somebody said something, I don't know what all that. But it made me stop and think about how we as a people can't move forward because we refuse to forgive people. And I'm going to tell you why I believe that this topic was something I needed to talk about, because I saw a post this morning on Facebook, and it was dealing with, because I'd already have, y'all have my book here, and I already have my potential topics written down. And this morning on Facebook, somebody was actually talking about that, talking about the whole forgiveness piece. She's a member of my church. And somebody responded to her post and said that she's having a hard time forgiving. And I guess it was a guy or somebody that wronged her. And so the young lady from my church, she went on to say, but you have to forgive people. And so I just commented and said, that's what I tell my clients all the time. You have got to forgive people, not for them so much, but for you, because you can't move on when you're harboring ill will and hatred in your heart. Been down that road, so I know that does not work. It doesn't work. And I've been down that road with somebody that I just refused to forgive. And I decided I was going to hate this person for life. And if you know me, then you know I don't hate anybody. I may hate things, but I don't hate anybody. But this individual, oh child, I hated him. I hated the very day that he was born. Yes, I did. But then I realized, Michelle, you are not going to get the blessings that you're seeking if you walk around harboring hatred for that individual. You got to let that go, sweetie, because guess what? At the end of the day, that person that moved on with their life, they probably weren't even thinking about me at all, but I'm walking around harboring hatred for that person. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit today, in that we have to forgive people. I know that you don't want to. I know that you don't feel like it. And I'm pretty sure that some of you have been wronged so horribly, just so horribly, and you've been cut to the core of your being. And you say, well, Michelle, why should I forgive that person? Do you know how bad they hurt me? Do you know how bad they humiliated and embarrassed me? No, I don't know any of that. But what I do know is that person, they probably, maybe, I don't know, have already asked God to forgive them for the crud that they did, and they're moving on with life. They are moving on with life, enjoying life, but you sitting up here harboring all this hatred and ill will, and I'm just trying to understand, what purpose is that serving? It's not serving you any purpose. They don't know you're doing it anyway. So it's not, come on, y'all go. It's not serving you any real purpose. So why do it? Let that foolishness go, man. It's not that serious. It's not that deep. Nobody likes to be hurt. I got that. Nobody likes to be hurt. been down that road, but at the same time, I'm not gonna walk around continuing to hate this person or even give them a second thought, honey. So in saying all of that, what I need you guys to do for me today, and I really, really need you guys to do this, I need you to start forgiving people for yourself. It's not about them. It is not about them at all. It is about you and you alone. Start forgiving them for you. That way you have peace of mind. You know what I mean? And you can go on with your life and enjoy your life to the fullest. Because sitting around thinking about them and what they did to you or said to you, honey, where's that getting you? I mean, really, help me out. Where's that getting you? Nowhere. Nowhere. It's making your pressure go up and all that other good stuff. That's not doing you any good. So, yeah, stop giving people any extra time thinking about them, worrying about them, hating on them for whatever reason. Honey, forgive them people, going about your business. Now, it's best if you tell that person, you know what, hey, Susie Q, I forgive you. And be specific. Be specific about what you're forgiving them for. See, I know it's easy for us just to say, I forgive you and move on. No, you need to be specific. I forgive you for breaking up my relationship. I forgive you for stealing my idea. I forgive you for hurting me. I forgive you for breaking up my family. I forgive you for eating the last English muffin in the pack. I forgive you for drinking up the last of the milk and not buying any more. Whatever it is that you need to forgive people for, doesn't matter how big or small, forgive them. Be specific when you forgive them now, and then truly let it go. Truly let it go. You don't give it not one more thought. I shared with you guys the time that I went to church. My pastor was preaching at a revival at a church not too far from where I am right now, as a matter of fact, over in Suitland, I believe it is. And I wasn't going to go, but I didn't want my mom to go by herself. Not that she wouldn't have been all right, but I said, nope, I'm going with her. And I was so thankful that I did. I was blessed beyond measure by going with her that night. The choir sang a song that spoke to me and my situation. My pastor preached a word that spoke to me and my situation. So had I stayed home, I would have missed out on my blessing. Y'all see how that is? But no, I went on. And God just blessed me, and I was so thankful for going. And it was at that particular point that I decided that the same person I was telling you about, who was an ex, that I just decided that I was done hating him. I was done. Now, I didn't call him up and tell him that I was forgiving him. Eventually down the road, he texted me, because I had blocked him from calling me. I didn't know you could block people from texting too. My daughter showed me how to do that, but I had blocked him from calling me, so he texted me. So eventually down the road, he reached out to me, and I was able to tell him that I forgave him for the way he cheated on me and just the way, the ugly things that he said when I wasn't even the one in the wrong. So I told him that I forgave him for that. And he said, well, if you forgive me, then we should be able to move on. Pump your brakes, Slim. Pump your brakes. I didn't say that at all. Didn't say that at all. I said I forgave you. I didn't say I wanted to have a reunion with you. All right? Let's be clear now. Let's be clear. Just because I forgive you doesn't mean I want a reunion. He went a little too far now. I said, nope. I forgive you, but that's it. I'm done with you because I know how you are. I would never give you another chance to break my heart again. No, indeed, I'd be a damn fool coming and going to do that. So I said, nope, we're done with that. Okay? You have a nice life. So, excuse me. So that was that. And yeah, you, like I said, you just have to make people treat you with the respect that you deserve, period. You just have to do it. Make them treat you with the make them treat you with the respect that you deserve. Forgive them, and then move on. That's really what it's all about, moving on. See, I can forgive you again and not have reunion with you. And I think I've said this before, don't ever let anybody tell you, because Christians, and I love my Christian folks, trust me when I tell you I do, but Christians love to say that kind of stuff. Well, the Bible says that if you forgive them, then you can move on. Now, the Bible didn't say that. The Bible says that I'm to forgive, but it doesn't say I'm supposed to have a reunion with that person. I can forgive you all day long, but you know what? I don't want to hang out with you. You don't need to call me, because I certainly won't be calling you. Now, as a Christian, if you were in need of some help or something, and I could help you out, assuming it's not money, I would definitely do that, because that's the Christian thing for me to do. But for me to want to hang out with you, go to dinner with you, break bread with you, no, I'm not doing that. Because see, that memory of what you did may resurface, and instead of breaking bread, I might have to break you. So it's just best, you know what I'm saying, that I forgive you and move on. Now, you can do what you want, but I'm just telling you, for me, I can forgive you and move on, and I'm just as happy with life. If our paths happen to cross, I might even say, hey, how you doing? And keep it moving. I'm all right with that. Because I am free with me. But the whole point of me bringing this up is because I wanted to stress the importance of forgiving people, so you're not blocking your blessings. Because too many times we block our blessings because we won't forgive people. I promise you, I pretty much promise you, that I can almost certainly promise you that if you forgive somebody, because everybody has somebody they need to forgive. Me, I'm good, but everybody has somebody that they need to forgive. And if you forgive that person, I promise you, some doors of opportunity are going to open up for you. So, and I'm not saying everybody, but some of you have not had doors of opportunity opening up for you because you are harboring some ill will, some hatred in your heart. And that's deep right there. That is deep right there. So I encourage you guys, today, not tomorrow, not the end of the week, but today, I want you to decide that you're going to forgive somebody. And some of you have somebodies that you need to forgive. And if that's the case, I want you to pull out here. And if that's the case, then I want to encourage you to go ahead and start forgiving that person. Some of those people you may not be able to reach out to for whatever reason, because maybe they changed their numbers, maybe they moved, or whatever the case may be. But you know what? You can just simply stand right where you are, or sit right where you are, and you can say, Lord, right now I forgive, insert that person's name, for what they did. Whatever it was that they did, I forgive them, Lord. And I am freeing myself of that, because I want to be able to move on and live a happy life, a happy, blessed life. And so I forgive them. So, because I want you guys to be blessed. I want you guys to be blessed. I want you to be so blessed that your basket is running over with blessings. Do you understand what I'm saying? I want that for you all, because I want that for me. But I promise you, if you don't start forgiving people and letting stuff go, you can. And it's that same old analogy that I've been giving you all for years now. If my hands are clasped together, excuse me, how can I receive that which God has for me? Blessings start falling down. How am I going to catch them? My hands are clasped together. I got no way to catch them. But when I open my hands up, then I'm available to receive the blessings that God has for me. Y'all, that's deep. It'll sink in later on. But always let that play over and over again in your mind. If my hands are clasped together, I am not able to receive all that God has for me. But as soon as I open my hands up, I'm saying, Lord, my hands are open. I am available to receive that which you have for me. Okay? And that which he has for you. So I want you all to get all that God has for you. Whether you believe in him or not, I want you all to get all that God has for you. So that's all I have. So just don't forget, you guys. That's today's topic. It's very simple. You've got to forgive people in order that you might be blessed and move on with your life. And I'll say this too before I close. I'm pretty sure, I don't know how many, but I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people that have left this earth not forgiving somebody. That's a shame. That's a sad shame, unfortunately, because the person that you chose not to forgive, I promise you, they moved on with their life. They probably didn't. They moved on with their life, guys. See how you catch yourself? And they didn't think about you not once, child. Maybe once or twice in passing you crossed their mind, but they weren't thinking about you. They moved on with their lives because they forgave you. Or they forgave themselves. Let me say this. They forgave themselves for whatever it was that they did. They were able to forgive themselves. And so that's the other thing. I'm going to say that, and I promise I'm out. That's the other thing I need you guys to do. I need you to start forgiving yourself. Forgiving other people, that's great. But some of y'all need to forgive yourselves, because some of you have done some things that you know you have no business doing. Maybe you cheated on somebody. I don't know. Maybe you left a good person. I don't know. Maybe you didn't take care of your kids. I don't know what it is. But you have something that you need to forgive yourself for. That's huge too. God can't bless you if you keep walking around not forgiving yourself. So learn to forgive yourself as well. Okay, you didn't do some things right in the past. I got that. Forgive yourself and move on. Because again, the past, as Medea said, is like your big ass. It's behind you. You can't change the past. Even if you wanted to, you cannot change the past. I can't change the past. We cannot change the past. But you can forgive yourself as you're forgiving these other people. Forgive yourself and move on and try to have a great rest of your life. I hope that helps somebody. I don't know who this is for. I hope that helps somebody. But forgive yourself, sweetie, and move on. Forgive yourself, forgive them, and move on. Because you deserve the best that life has to offer. I deserve the best that life has to offer. We deserve to have the best that life has to offer. Thank you so much to my newest subscribers. I love it when I get messages saying I have a new subscriber. Thank you for those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. You know I love you guys to the moon and back. And there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing, because I'm going to always love you. And always remember, if you don't have anybody else that ever says that they love you, I love you. And most of you, I don't even know, and probably will never, ever, ever get a chance to meet. But I truly love you. I love you with the love of Christ. That allows me to love everybody. Good, bad, or indifferent. Love you anyhow. Until next time, take care.